Hi, this is the cello part to the Symphony No. 8, the Unfinished by Schubert. I'm going to start right at the very beginning because the opening melody is so important. You're going to I put tapes on my cello just so you can see where my fingers are. So we're going to be starting with your first finger on the G string on what would be your second, well, sorry, your tape for your third finger. Okay, and we're starting up bow. The reason for that is if you played it in first position, first of all, you got to play a C sharp here, and then you'd have an awkward string crossing for that D. So we're going to just shift up here, so you can play all three of those notes all in the same position. So starting up bow, now 3, and now you're going to cross over to the C string, and you have to shift up again. Okay, so you have to find where that you can find the 4, 1, 2. So just do that several times. Okay, so that's that measure. And then you shift back to first finger, regular 1, and then you have to slide back for the half step, and then back up for the 3. You could play that with fourth finger, but I think if you want to do vibrato, the 3 is easier. Okay, so let's put it all together, starting on the 1 from the very beginning. 1, ready, play. Now shift up to the C string, shift back, 3. Okay, keep in mind I'm not a cellist. Okay, skipping ahead, let's look at measure 43. Actually, no, 38. This is kind of important. So you're on a B. I think it's easier to shift up there because of what's coming up here. To get to the to do that string crossing easily with a C sharp. So if you shift up to the D with a third finger from measure 38, you do 3, 3. Then it's just 2, 3, 1, the way it's printed in your part. 2, 3, 1. Okay, so your first finger ends up on your last tape there, and that's your first finger at measure 42. That's why there's a 1 on a first note in measure 44, so that you don't have to move at all. You just stay right there on that 1, and then replace it with your 2. Okay, that's 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 4. Now you shift back to first position. Okay, you can practice this separate bows if you want. Make sure you're getting the right rhythm. It's I'll count it out. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Now it gets a little tricky because where your fourth finger is, you have to go a half step higher with your first finger. Okay, but it's still just 1, 2, 4, so you can reach it without any stretching in the hand once you get there. So it's 1, 2, 4, that's measure 49. So 1, 2, 4, and you stay right there for measure 50. Then shift back. Okay, so that's 1, extended 2, extended 4, and then shift up for the 4, back to a 1, up for a 3, okay, back to first position. So there's a lot of shifting going on in that section. So let me do that again from 44. So this is where you're starting, where you've left off with a 1. Okay, so that's a 1, shift to a 2, or replace it with a 2. 1, 2, 4, same thing, 1, 2, 4. Okay, that's first position there. Now shift up to a 1. 1, 2, 4, shift back to a 1, 2, 4 extended, shift up to a 4, back to a 1, back up to a 3, 4. Okay, so the fingerings in your parts really do make sense if you understand which string to be on and which position to be in. So hopefully if you're watching my hands, you can figure out which string and which way to go with your hand. Okay, moving on to 73. Okay, again we're on a C sharp. And just like before, it works well to have it up in position on the G string. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 4, and then you quickly shift back to a 1 in first position. I would do a, I guess you could do a 1, 3 there, but then you're shifting up to a 1 again. Okay, so 1, 2, 4, 1 something, 1, 2. Okay, so this is 73. And then you shift back to 1 on your what would be your third finger tape. So 1, 2, 4 again. And then this is open G. So again, just follow the fingering the part. That's starting in second position, 1, 2, 4, open, and then first position, 1, 3, 4. So that's measure 75. I'll play it again. 1, 2, 4, open, 1, 3, 4. So on the open is when you shift back to first position. Okay, then in measure 77, so we have to get a half step higher than a G. So here it is, just above that last tape. So it's 1, 2, 4 again. 1, 2, 4. Shift back to a 1. Shift up to a 1. Okay. I'll do that one again. That's 77. So you're above the last tape. So it's 1, 2, 4. Shift back 1, 3, 1, 2. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2. Okay, then next one starts on second position on your second tape there. 1, 2, 4. Again, 1, 2, 4. Oh, 1, 3, 4. So it's 1, 2, 4. 3, 4. Okay. I'll do that one again. That's measure 79. Again, if you want to play along, it's your second tape there. 1, 2, 4. Open. 1, 3, 4. So on that one, you end up back in first position. And then replace that 4 with a 1. Okay, so your first finger is on the D string, and it's 1, 3, 4. Okay, because we have a half step from the 3 to the 4, the A to the B flat. Shift back 1, and then shift up again 1, 3. Okay, so I'll do that measure again. It's 1, 3, 4. Shift back 1, 3. Shift up 1, 3. So sorry. 1, 3, 4, shift back, 1, 3, shift up, 1, 3. And then guess what? The next measure is exactly the same. 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, 1, 3. Then you stay right there and go backwards. 3, sorry, 3, 1, shift back, 1. Okay, so you just stay right where you were. 3, 1, shift back, 1. And then the 16th notes there, well, the double lines on the half note just mean to play 16th notes, like, okay, da 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 da. But we can go over that in rehearsal. At 99, you're going to start with your first finger on your what would be your third finger tape, okay? Okay, so that's your B. Again, we're trying to avoid string crossings here. And so this time you do get to start down bow at the beginning. It's kind of the same melody as the beginning. The beginning, though, we wanted to start softer, so we're starting up bow there. But at 99, I think we can start down bow. So it's 1, 3, 4. Shift over to the C string. Shift back to a 1. Sorry, I missed that one. So just like the opening there, so shifting up to a 3. So on that one, you're going to use your open string A to do your shift. So the 2 goes on your last tape, and the 1 right behind it. Stay right there, 4. Okay, so we're really in the second position here. 4, 3. And then in measure 113, I would replace that where your 4 was. I would shift up to with a 2. Just because it's a stronger finger for vibrato. And then same thing, the next measure, 2. 1, 2. Then back to first position. And then shift to a 1. Okay, so your 1 is on the third finger tape, and then straight across the string with your 3. 1, 1. Okay, so all of that is with your first finger on your third finger tape. Okay, so hopefully that will get you through at least figuring out which fingers go where for that piece. I know that's really, really hard, so have a long, good look at that one.